So, in a video from a couple months ago, I said if it got to 250 likes, I would retry another high round game on Kino and go for around 100. And it hit 250 likes at some point. I honestly have no idea when because I think it hit it like maybe a month or two after I'd posted it. And by that point, I had completely forgotten that I even said that in the video because I don't really go back and rewatch my videos too often. So I had no idea that I even said that. Some people did point it out to me, but I don't get notifications for every single comment, so I did not see that it hit 250 until very recently. Going into this, I wasn't that confident that I would make it to around 100 because BO1 is not a game that I high round often at all, especially Kino. Most of my time played on this map was probably from when I was like 7 or 8 years old and wasn't even probably getting past like the first dog round. And it like max, I was maybe getting like round 10. And I really like, even now, I just don't really high round BO1 often unless it's Ascension because that's my favorite map on BO1. And I don't really high round any of the other ones. And so yeah, going into this, my highest on Kino ever was 72 from that last video, and I hadn't really gone for a high round on Kino since, because I mean, like I said, BO1, not really the game I go for high rounds, because while I do like trap strats, a lot of the maps I just think are too annoying. Shang has grown on me, but I really haven't put time into it. 5, I never go for high rounds on because of the extremely annoying RNG to set barriers for the trap strat. And so Ascension is just the one I usually like to go to. But Kino is probably the map I've grinded like the second most out of any of them. So I was hoping to at least get past 72, hopefully around 80 plus, but mainly I wanted to get to around 100 for my second ever around 100 on BO1. And this game, I actually got really good luck. I got the Thunder Gun, Ray Gun, and Monkeys at round 15. So I was able to start the strategy pretty early. The strat I do is the same like normal high round strat that pretty much most people do nowadays, is the no Nova strategy in the fire trap room. Basically, if you don't like enter the first room once you have power on, you won't get Nova crawlers in this room unless you like leave it and go into the theater or the first room. So it just makes it faster because the Novas are so slow, and it just kind of is a good strat because you can stand in this little corner in the fire trap and be nearly invincible, but sometimes zombies can hit you. So I pretty much always do this strat. There are other strategies you can do, but this is the one that I have the most experience with other than training on the stage, but I'm not going to train on the stage because that is insanely slow. And pretty much everyone knows there's dog rounds on Kino. I mean, I think everyone has played Kino. It's probably like the most popular map of all time, but dog rounds every 4 to 5 rounds and you get free max ammo. And they're easy. Everyone knows what a dog round is. If you don't, then I seriously don't know where you have been. But here I was on round 31, and I don't know why I didn't shoot my Thunder Gun, and I took it down and just decided to restart because a down on 31 is just way too early for me to continue playing that game. So it was on to the next one where I got even more good luck with the Thunder Gun, Ray Gun, and Monkeys all at round 13. And so I immediately then went to the fire trap room, and we're just going to start here where I left off last time. Round 31, and I was just doing the exact same strat, fire trap, and then Thunder Gun when the fire trap's off, and then later in the game, once I, don't really want to spam Thunder Gun as much because I'm going to go through the ammo too fast, I'll just start using that electric trap that's like right outside this room that goes into the theater. Round 34 was another dog round, and I was going to try to push no Novas as far as possible. Basically, once you go down, to get Core 5 back, you have to enter the first room, meaning you're going to activate Novas. So staying completely flawless and not downing is like very important. So I was hoping to get to at least round 50 with no downs so I could run no Novas as long as possible because it's way faster. And also on round 40, I decided to get rid of the ray gun because it was getting pretty weak and I just wasn't using it as much. I know if you're like a serious Kino high rounder, you probably keep it for longer, but I am not. I'm not really that experienced with high rounding on Kino other than that one video months ago. So I just got rid of it on 40 and started doing this strat where once the fire trap's off, I will get the horde and then run them over to this trap. then jump back through it, and you'll get some Novas from the theater, but they'll usually just walk into that trap and die. And then once you come back here, the fire trap's usually ready for you again, so you just go right back to it, or use a thunder gun shot if you want to. But yeah, that's pretty much the strategy that I was doing for now. And I pretty much just kept going through these rounds. If you'll notice, I have a lot of thunder gun ammo. It's because I wasn't trying to spam it. I was kind of trying to get used to like doing this without spamming it, simply because I hadn't really done this strat too much, and I wanted to get used to doing it without spamming thunder gun, because I wanted to like be able to go through the later rounds when I'm not able to spam it, like actually knowing how to do the right training strategy. And then at the end of round 49, I decided to just kill the last zombie with my MPL, because I didn't want to use a thunder gun shot or a trap activation on one zombie. And it took a little while, but I got to 50 flawless, still doing the no novas, and it was actually going pretty well, considering this was like my second game of Kino high rounds in like months, I guess. Whenever that last video was the last time I had high rounded Kino, so it was going pretty well. And then on 53, I got trapped, but obviously, I mean, I have a thunder gun, so I'm probably going to be fine as long as I'm actually holding the thing out and ready to shoot. So things were going pretty well. I was getting better at this strat. Got trapped again, and that time almost died, but again, had my thunder gun kind of ready. And not too long after that, I was on 57, still flawless, doing no novas. I don't remember what my highest doing the no novas was, but I think this might have been it. I don't remember what I got to from the last video, flawless, but considering I died on 72, I would assume it was probably somewhere around here when I took my first down, or before it. I don't remember though, so I think this was my highest doing this, and it was honestly going pretty well. I was still just doing the fire trap, once it ends, get the full horde, MPL for points, and then run back. And I know that some people asked the last time I did this why I used the MPL so much. It's because on later rounds, I end up using 3 traps instead of just 2, so you want to have a lot of points at that point, because it's harder to like keep gaining them. And like you just saw right there, my thunder gun shot didn't work at first. That's one of the things that gets a lot of people killed on BO1 high rounds, are the thunder gun fails. Just at random times, your thunder gun, when you shoot it, will just straight up not kill them, and it can definitely get you killed. Like if I was trapped there and I didn't have a second shot ready, I probably would have died. But round 60, still flawless, no novas, doing very well. This was probably my best Kino game yet. Then 3 rounds later, I was just sitting in the fire trap. I had just had a dog round not too long before this, and I still had lots of thunder gun ammo because I was being pretty careful with it. I pretty much had the horde up down for the most part and wasn't having to use my thunder gun too often. And then right here, I just grabbed MPL ammo, as I always do, and then I kind of got pushed back here, and I walked into the box, and when I went to switch my thunder gun, I accidentally clicked Y twice, and so I just spam switched back to my MPL, and I took my first down. But I was like kind of mad because I was going to have to go turn on the Novas to get quick revive back. I wasn't really scared of dying because, I mean, I had monkeys in the thunder gun. I was more or less just mad that to get quick revive back, I was going to have to turn on the Novas, which would make the game a lot slower and way more boring. But I actually decided to just not go get quick revive back for now. I was just going to play to at least the next dog round without getting it back, just to savor a tiny bit of time to play these next couple rounds without them. Although there is some right there that you saw, because I went to go get Speed Cola, and you get Nova Crawlers from the Speed Cola room and the theater. So I got to my next dog round, which is 65, and then at the very end of it, I went and got quick revive. So from then on, around 65, or I guess technically 66, and 65 was a dog round, I had Nova Crawlers on and activated, which makes the training technically easier because there's less actual zombies, but a lot slower. This clip kind of just shows you why it's so annoying. There is like 20 Nova Crawlers and like 4 actual zombies, and I have to wait for all of them to do their slow-ass crawling all the way over here before I can thunder gun them. And I was kind of just shooting my thunder gun freely now, because since I already have Novas on, it doesn't matter if I go and spawn to link Pack-a-Punch and then go Pack-a-Punch my thunder gun, because the Novas are already on, so I might as well spam and then go Pack-a-Punch. Well, That's what a smart person would do. I, however, am an idiot and just kept on forgetting to go and pack a punch because in my mind I was thinking, I'm playing Fire Trap on Kino. I can't go pack a punch. So I pretty much never did. But I was now on my PB round with only one down, so it was pretty much looking like guaranteed that I would beat it. And then I was training and a Nova got in my way and I didn't get my Thunder Gun out soon enough, so I took my second down. I still really wasn't scared of game overing because I have monkeys and a Thunder Gun. If I died getting up from a down, then I'm just simply bad at the game. And I actually almost did, but I got that monkey throw off and just ran straight out and went back to Jug and then back to Speed Cola and got Core 5 a little bit later. So this game went from insanely well with 0 downs at 63 to now 2 at round 72. So that was pretty frustrating, but still, it's very possible for me to go the last 28 rounds without taking 2 downs, even though I think round 70 or 75 is like zombie kill-wise at the halfway point to 100. And then on 76, I got a Thunder Gun fail on that zombie, and the thing almost killed me. I'm pretty sure it hit me like 3 or 4 times. So if that one zombie would have killed me that was like on the side of the trap, that would have been infuriating. But at this point, since I'm on a high round and I have a lot of points saved up, every time I would run to that trap that's like at the start of the theater, I would immediately run from that one to the one that's in the little entryway to the dressing room, which is the room with the MP5K. I would stand there for a second, then turn on that one and run away all the way back to here, just because that one kills like a couple extra zombies. So I would pretty much always do that. And then at the end of round 77 and going on to round 78, I still hadn't pack punched my Thunder Gun because I just like could not remember to do that. Every time I would tell myself to do that, I would just completely and utterly forget. So I started this horde up and then immediately didn't pull out my Thunder Gun fast enough and died like 30 seconds into the round to now leave me with no quick revives with 22 rounds left. I played all the way to 63 flawless, then took 3 downs within a 15 round span. That is just like the most annoying thing in zombies. On top of that, my monkeys like weren't working at first and I still had zombies chasing me. So I had to use another Thunder Gun shot to get away, but it was fine. I just went and got Jug and continued on. Round 79 ended up being a dog round, and I was really happy because that meant that like I was pretty much guaranteed to make it to 80 unless I was an absolute idiot and died to dogs, which I did not do. However, I still am an absolute idiot because I'm on round 80, have been playing Novas for 17 rounds and still haven't pack punched my Thunder Gun, despite me being in a Discord VC and being told multiple times to go pack punch my Thunder Gun. I still just forgot every single time. And I know considering how I'm doing now, I'm probably not the best person to take tips from, but if anyone else is going to do this strat in high round Kino, my biggest tip would be hold your Thunder Gun out more than I have, because that's pretty much what all my deaths were from, was from me just trying to hold my MPL out way too much and get points and just dying because I wasn't holding out my Wonder Weapon that literally demolishes anything that is in front of me. And with me saying that, you can probably assume how I ended up dying just a little bit later when I tried to jump over all of these zombies instead of shooting them with my Thunder Gun, which had full ammo. I am literally terrible. But if you thought that was painful, oh, you just wait until you see what my next video is that should be coming out next couple days-ish. I don't know exactly when, but at some point. But other than that, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.